Hello, hello, hello. So Lisa Powell here, and I am recording a meditation. So you can listen into this when you want to slow down, calm your nervous system, take some deep breaths, reground in the present moment, be present in your body again, and also visualize what you want to manifest. So this is like a visualization meditation, and I will lead you through it every step of the way. You just have to follow my voice, return to my voice. If your mind wanders, just return over and over again to my voice. And I will leave, excuse me, allergies. I will leave my camera on for the meditation. You do not need to leave your camera on, and you can just listen in. You can just listen in later to this on earbuds. And I recommend when you're meditating, you can try a couple different meditation positions. I tend to like to, let's see if you can see this a little bit better, but I tend to like to meditate sitting in cross-legged position with a yoga mudra position for my hands. You can also rest your hands, one resting on top of the other on your lap, facing down or facing up or facing down on your knees. You can do a meditation while lying down. Just be aware that especially if you're newer to meditation, or if you are overstressed and overworked, which many people in our culture are, that you might end up drifting off to sleep. Not a bad thing, right? You could also use this as a go to sleep meditation to relax you completely as well. That's an option. But if you are sitting up for the meditation, then I recommend that you either sit cross-legged. I also like to usually sit on a cushion that is right underneath my tailbone to elevate my tailbone. And that helps make the yoga meditation position work better for me. You can also be sitting in a chair or couch with your feet flat on the floor. The main important thing is you really want to make sure that your spine is straight up and down during the meditation. If you are sitting up, and like I said, everything else I will basically lead you through. You do not have to have any experience meditating. All you need to do is just follow my voice, and every time your mind wanders, just bring it back to my voice over and over. Because the reality is you can't get it wrong. You can't screw it up. You can't like be a bad meditator. And I feel like I talk to so many people in Western cultures who didn't grow up with the spiritual experience of beginning meditation practice as a young child, which many of my friends from India started meditating as very young children. So it's just much more natural for them. But for someone who grew up in a Western culture, meditation is not necessarily introduced as a regular practice for people. So I think a lot of people in Western culture have kind of this success and achievement mentality where we're so focused on like achieving constantly and kind of getting things right. And I think people worry that if they can't just like sit still and clear your mind of all thoughts, that you're somehow a bad meditator. But I will reassure you that that particular style of meditation, Vipassana style meditation, is a very popular meditation style around the world. And you can absolutely go to like a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. And that style of meditation is where you imagine that basically you are the sky and your thoughts are passing clouds, or you are the ocean and your thoughts are just a wave in the ocean. So you're just allowing things to pass by. You're not attaching to your thoughts. You're just letting them kind of drift by in this open sky experience. The meditation style that I teach is shamatha practice. Shamatha practice really can refer to any style of meditation that has a central focal point. So a shamatha meditation could be looking at a candle flame, like watching a flickering candle flame. A shamatha meditation could be focused just on the breath. Shamatha meditation could be focused on mantras, like metta, loving kindness kind of practice where you are affirming to yourself and others over and over, I am happy, I am healthy, I am free, where we are like repeating positive mantras or mantras in Sanskrit, or, there can be different kind of yogic mantras that people will repeat. So shamatha practice is really anything Will you have a singular focus? So technically, this kind of voice-led guided meditation, which is very gentle, very straightforward, totally accessible for beginner meditators and for intermediate and advanced meditators, of course, but is basically you're focusing on my voice. So if your mind wanders, you bring it back to my voice. If your mind wanders again, you bring it back to my voice. If your mind wanders again, you bring it back to my voice. It's that simple. You can also always return to the practice of the breath. You can always just return to taking some nice deep breaths. We will practice breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth during this particular practice, but you can just slow down and focus on your breath as well, if you wish. So I'm going to set a timer for us to do this meditation practice together. And then, like I said, you can listen into this later. You do not need to have your eyes open or watch me meditate. I'm just here on the camera so that people who are tuning in later can sort of see me and connect with me before you dive into the beginning of the meditation. So, and this, by the way, is the background from one of the beautiful oceanfront retreat villas that my retreaters in Bali in May 2025 will be staying here on the northern coast of Bali. So it's pretty spectacular, excited about that. But in any event, I invite you to get into a comfortable meditation position. Kind of goes without saying, please do not listen into this meditation or close your eyes if you are operating heavy machinery. If you are driving a car, please keep your eyes open while you listen. Otherwise, if you're somewhere safe, you can, when we begin the meditation, I'll invite you to close your eyes. And like I said, you do not need to observe me or watch me during your meditation. I just wanted to be here as a friendly presence for you before you dive in. And I will be here when we open our eyes together at the end. But I'm going to start the timer in just a minute, and then I will invite you to gently close your eyes. So we'll begin by taking just some nice, gentle, deep breaths together, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, if that feels good to you. If you'd like, as you breathe in, you can envision breathing in love, light, healing energy, magic, miracles, inspiration, and joy, happiness, love, and peace. Holding on to that breath for as long as it feels good to you. And as you breathe out, if you'd like, you can envision breathing out in a dark cloud, any fears, worries, anxieties, any limiting beliefs or thoughts or practices that just no longer serve you. Be willing to release whatever no longer serves you so that we can continue to step into, evolve into the next greatest, grandest version of ourselves, moment by moment and day by day. Continue to take nice, gentle, deep breaths, breathing in through the nose. Breathing in love, peace, inspiration, joy, magic, healing energy, love, miracles, light. Really let your belly relax as you're breathing in. Let your belly expand, your diaphragm, your lungs expand, really feeling the breath enter the body, holding onto that breath for as long as it feels good to you. And as you breathe out, breathing out in a dark cloud, any fears, worries, anxieties, limiting beliefs, any thoughts, any practices, any toxic people or environments that no longer serve you, be willing to let them go. Be willing to let the universe deliver this or something better to you in all areas of your life. Breathing in, love, light, healing, inspiration, joy, magic, miracles, fun, creativity, and magic, expanding the belly, expanding the lungs. Maybe sitting up a little straighter and taller with each breath. And don't be afraid to let the belly really relax when we focus on the breath. So often, I think we walk through our days, we're really trained to kind of tense our bodies, hold everything in. If we're posing for a photograph, we might like suck in our belly so we can look extra skinny in the picture, and you get impacted by these images and ideals that society likes to project onto all of us. But when you're meditating, I really urge you to relax the belly. It's okay to have a little Buddha belly as you meditate. Literally every human has a belly. And when you sit down, we all have a belly. I mean, it's just, it's just the human anatomy. There's nothing wrong with having a belly. So we're just going to let it really relax. because we want to be able to feel the breath entering the body, feel the exhale, really slow down with each exhale, really relax with each exhale. And for the next few breaths, I invite you, if you wish, to, when you breathe out, exhale with a gentle sigh. So we will still breathe in through the nose, breathing in love and light and healing energy, magic, miracles, inspiration, joy, fun, creativity, and magic. Expanding the belly, expanding the lungs, maybe sitting up a little straighter and taller with the breath. And as you release it, feel free to just release a gentle sigh, really letting everything go, fully relaxing completely with the exhale. We're just letting everything go into the universe that no longer serves us. We're letting life carry it away in the river of life. We're trusting that if something no longer serves us, whether it's a situation, a person, a relationship, a job, a contract, anything in our lives that is no longer serving our highest and best self, we can be willing to release it, knowing the universe always has this or something better in store for us. So we're just allowing anything that no longer serves our highest and best to just float away down the river. Let the universe carry it away from you. Really relaxing with that exhale. We'll do another deep breath like that, breathing into the nose. Breathing in love, light, inspiration, joy, magic, miracles, creativity, inspiration, joy, and fun. Holding on to that breath for as long as it feels good to you. And as you release that breath and exhale, fully relax with the exhale. Just really let everything go, releasing everything that no longer serves your highest purpose in this moment. If you're finding those deep breaths to be really nourishing, you can continue with a few more, just like that. Or you can just continue to take nice, gentle deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, while beginning to bring the attention to your hands. So wherever your hands are resting, mine are in a yoga mudra position, resting on my knees. Wherever your hands are resting, just begin to notice any sensations you might feel in your hands. You might experience a tingling sensation or warmth. You might experience nothing at all. It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer here. You might notice what it feels like to have one hand resting on top of the other, or your hands resting on fabric. Sometimes while I am meditating in a yoga mudra, I will gently rub the tip of my thumb against the tip of my pointer finger. Just there's something about kind of the motion of that, the circular motion, that just feels soothing sometimes in a meditation. But just notice, still taking nice, gentle, deep breaths. We're beginning to become more present in the body, in this temple that is the body, this temple for spirit. So this God or goddess temple for the spirit that we are, this beautiful body. Maybe have a moment of gratitude for the gift of having hands. So if we are in a human body, if we have hands that work, if we can lift a fork, we can lift a phone, we can text someone we love, we can type an email, we can hug someone, touch someone, do yoga, dance. If we're able to easily move our arms and hands and use them as tools in this world to make life easier on the human plane, how lucky we are. Not everyone is gifted with arms and legs or hands. Not everyone has arms or legs or hands, and everyone has working hands. There are many people in the world who are differently abled, and they may not be able to easily pick up a fork with their hands. They might need to pick up a fork with their feet, or have an electronic gadget to help, or have someone assist them. It's just, we so often, I think, take it for granted that we are really these walking miracles. All the trillions of cells in our body operate in perfect harmony every day without asking anything of us. Tens of thousands of times a day, our hearts beat and we breathe even while we sleep. And we don't need to do anything. Life is the doer. Life and spirit are moving through this vessel, animating us with energy and words and images and desires and future visions and dreams. and actions and magic, but really it's such a gift to just be in this vessel that is the goddess temple or the god temple that is the body. It's such a gift. Whenever you feel ready, I invite you to bring your energy and attention to your feet. So wherever your feet are resting, just notice again, if you feel any sensations in your feet, there's no right or wrong thing to feel here. You can wiggle your toes a little bit if you just want to feel that sensation of being alive. And remembering again that if we are able to walk or hike or dance or climb a mountain or walk up a ladder or walk up a set of stairs or pick up a child or walk around the kitchen to cook a meal, just we so often take all of this for granted. So often it's really easy in this human life and in the society we live in to focus on the negative, to focus on what we don't have, what we wish we had, what we think our neighbor has that is better than what we have, what somebody on Instagram has that we wish we had. But we forget sometimes that we are all these walking miracles. And if we focus on the miracle, if we focus on the miracle of just being alive, if we focus on the miracle that the odds of you even being born were 1 in 400 trillion, according to scientists who did these calculations, which is a number really beyond our human comprehension. It's really not a number we can easily understand or comprehend in the human mind, but that the odds of all of your ancestors and all of their ancestors and all of their ancestors ad infinitum just living, surviving long enough to procreate so that the next generation was born and the next generation and the next generation, just everything that had to align merely for you to be here in this moment. It's truly extraordinary. We all won the lottery. In fact, I believe the statistic is that the odds of us even being born are something like the odds of us winning the lottery 300 million times. It's just like the odds are so astronomical. So like we won the lottery already. We're here, we're alive, we are wealthy in spirit and love. If we have a human body that maybe despite any aches and pains, because a lot of humans have things that happen over the years or injuries that happen or ways that it sometimes can feel uncomfortable to be in the body. But even with that temporary discomfort sometimes, really what a gift it is if we have this working human body, this vessel for our soul that we can activate and be in action to manifest the dreams of our hearts and our souls while on earth. It's a miracle. Just breathing into that now, knowing that this is also a simple and easy way if you're ever feeling anxious and you just want to calm back down, re-regulate your nervous system. You could set a timer on your phone for 3 minutes and just stop and take some gentle healing breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth can feel comforting. Slowing down or counting our breath can feel comforting. You could do a box breath, like breathing in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. If you want to slow things down even further, the 4-7-8 breath is often recommended. So you breathe in for 4, hold for 7, breathe out for 8. Sometimes if I'm slowing down and taking some deep breaths, I like to just bring my energy and attention back down to my feet. It's like grounding a lightning bolt into the earth. So sometimes if we're feeling anxiety, if we're trapped in that web of thoughts or anxieties or fears and what the Buddhists call the crazy monkey mind, just a swirl of thoughts and anxieties in our brains. Most of us have more than 60,000 thoughts a day. So our brains are just kind of going like popcorn all day long, right? So we're constantly ping-ponging from one thought to the next. So really, in my mind, the goal of meditation, certainly for most Westerners, and even for more advanced meditators, it's not necessarily that we will consistently reach a place of having no thoughts. That is typically not the human experience. However, we can reach a place where we cease to identify with our thoughts, where we realize that we are not our thoughts, we are not our beliefs, we are not our emotions, we are not our physical sensations, we are not this human body, we are something so much more profound. We are an eternal spirit that for this lifetime happened to pick this one human body as a vessel. You can think of it as those little like sand crabs on the beach, and they have their little spiral shell they climb into for a lifetime, right? Maybe our lifetime is a little bit longer than that little snail on the beach, but we're basically kind of renting out this body for the lifetime, right? So we do want to honor the body, take good care of the body, give it sunlight and water, and we're kind of like glorified houseplants with emotions, right? Like we need sun, we need water, we need food, we need rest. We have seasons in our lives, and sometimes we are planting the seeds, and sometimes the seeds are blooming, and sometimes, especially when we are injured or ill, all we really need to do is slow down. The universe sometimes gives us signals through pain or illness to slow down, to stop trying to constantly do and produce so much. And to remember that we are human beings. We are not meant to be human doers. That really, if we are able to love and be present and exist and share our love with the world, that is enough. That is enough. Breathing into this now, I invite you, whenever you feel ready, to bring your energy and attention to your tailbone. So wherever you're sitting, you can begin to imagine you're getting heavier and heavier, as if we are suddenly a 10,000-pound elephant or hippopotamus sinking into the cushion where we are sitting. And you can imagine, if you'd like, that there are roots growing from your tailbone down through that cushion, down through the chair or couch, down through the floor beneath that, the foundation of the building beneath that, and the earth and the rock and the water table beneath that, letting these roots really ground you into the earth like a tree, just letting her roots and branches grow, really grounding us into the earth. You can let those roots go all the way down into that molten lava core in the center of the earth if you wish, or just as far as you wish to be rooted, but just knowing we have the gift already on Earth of being tethered to the planet by gravity, so that we don't just float off into outer space like we would do if we were outside in space beyond the Earth's atmosphere, right? Untethered. But we want to, on Earth, if we can, produce those conditions of being an untethered soul, like the book by Michael Singer, fantastic book, that if we can release our soul from feeling heavy, if we can fly because we take ourselves lightly, which is what angels do, right? They fly because they take themselves lightly. If we can release our grip on needing things to map out in a certain way in this world, what if we could just trust the universe to always align this or something better, to always show us the highest path, the most direct path, the path of ease and flow and joy? Can we allow that path? Can we allow ourselves to be in flow and not need to make it more difficult than it needs to be? I believe our angels are always on call, basically waiting for us to turn to them, to invite them in, to ask for help. And when we can ask for help and guidance, they can lift us up. They say that every blade of grass has an angel rooting it on, and we all, I believe, have guardian angels rooting us on. We just need to ask for their assistance and guidance and love. Continue taking nice, gentle, deep breaths, but I invite you to begin to imagine that you're surrounded by a golden circle of light. This golden circle of light is a protective circle of light. It does not allow in fear, energy, anxiety, toxicity. It only allows in light and love and joy, inspiration, magic, and flow. And you can make this golden bubble 6 inches out from your body, or 6 feet or 60 feet. It's really doesn't matter. It's intuitive. You can't do it wrong. But just imagining being surrounded in this protective bubble of love, You can silently repeat in your mind if you'd like. I am protected. I am divinely guided. I am surrounded by unconditional love as I walk this earth today. I am protected. I am divinely guided. I am surrounded by unconditional love as I walk this earth today. I am protected. I am divinely guided. I am surrounded by unconditional love as I walk this earth today. I am protected. I am divinely guided. I am surrounded by unconditional love as I walk this earth today. And still breathing into that, you're welcome to continue to add other metta practice, loving kindness, meditations, mantras if you wish, or you can simply begin to visualize this golden bubble of light we are surrounded by that is suddenly filling with starlight energy. So it's as if we are out in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy, surrounded by a trillion stars, or out in a field at night, surrounded by fireflies. As this sparkling light energy is filling the bubble and surrounding you now, little sparkling lights all around you. And you can begin to imagine, if you wish, that every cell of your body is lighting up from the inside like a little mini candle, a little mini firecracker, a little mini star. All the trillions of cells of our bodies are illuminated, and remembering in this moment that we are more space than we are matter, that we are made of the same stuff as stars. We are made of the same elements. We are light. We are composed predominantly of water, but really do have more space than matter. We are energy, we are love, we are light. And in the heavier frequency that we live in on Earth, and with gravitational pull and just the way we are accustomed to living in these human bodies, these bodies manifest as something dense and solid, but we really are made of energy like the rest of the universe. So just breathing into that now. Imagining that every cell of your body is healing as you light up with this energy, you're being healed. And whenever you feel ready, I invite you to invite into this beautiful golden circle of light any loving spirit guides and angels. You can ask to have this bubble of light encircle those you love as well on Earth, or you can invite in loving spirit guides and angels, including any guardian angels. You don't have to know their names. It's okay if you do. Any ancestors or loved ones that have passed on. Any spirit guides you admire from history. I invite in Buddha, Jesus, Radha Krishna, Mother Mary, plus other human heroes of mine from throughout the ages, MLK and RBG and Chadwick Boseman and Elijah Cummings and John Lewis, just Harriet Tubman, civil rights heroes. I invite them in. I invite them to be present with me on the journey, that I may too may be filled with courage, that I may too stand in service to humanity, that I may too have a dream and live that dream and make this world a more beautiful place. I ask for that guidance every single day. And then I do my best to pay attention and tune in and pay attention to any signs I receive from the universe, those little God winks, those synchronicities, those magic little miracles and winks you get from God when something is just so perfect in that moment. It's like beyond coincidence, it's synchronistic. But I invite you in this energy space to now begin to imagine your spine is growing an inch or two taller. So our spine is growing an inch or two taller. We're sitting up a little straighter and taller. You can imagine, if you'd like, that there's a golden thread pulling up at the top of your head, like a marionette puppet. It's pulling up at the top of your head. up through the ceiling, the roof, if you are inside a home or building, all the way up through the sky, all the way up through the known atmosphere of Earth, all the way beyond what we can perceive in space, all the way up to the heavens. You can silently repeat in your mind if you'd like, we are connected to the heavens as we walk this earth today. We are connected to the heavens as we walk this earth today. We are connected to the heavens as we walk this earth today. We are connected to the heavens as we walk this earth today. And you can begin to imagine, if you'd like, that there's a river of light pouring down from the heavens down through the top of your head, that crown chakra, your third eye chakra, where you can see clearly things on the spiritual and energetic plane. This river of light is pouring through you now, down to your throat chakra, heart chakra. It's pouring through your neck and shoulders and chest, your solar plexus, your sacrum, your hips, thighs, knees, ankles, and feet, pouring through the 7 chakras, pouring through our bodies, healing us with its loving light energy. This river of light is like when the sun is reflecting off the surface of a lake or a river, sparkling like a million diamonds. That beautiful light energy is just pouring through us now, healing the cells of our body, healing our minds, healing our bodies, our emotions, our spirits, so that we can become a more pure vessel for spirit and love and God. Every day that we walk this earth, we can do these practices. We can practice to be more open, more loving, more willing to be guided by love and divine instinct, intuition, those whisperings of the soul. And I invite you now to begin to imagine yourself in a sacred sanctuary or oasis, a space that feels safe and beautiful to you. So this could be sitting by the ocean, feeling the sand beneath your bare feet and the salty taste of the ocean waves, that feeling of the ocean breeze, the sound of the waves lapping at the sand, that infinite expanse of blue ocean and blue sky. If the water makes you feel calm, it could be there by the ocean. It could be by a stream or a river in a field. It could be, as is sometimes I have seen in some meditations, sitting on a silken cushion, floating in the air like you're on a magic carpet, like I dream of Jeannie. It could be a place you've been or an imaginary place you've never been, but just anywhere that feels safe and sacred, quiet, peaceful, where you can be alone with nature, be in the quiet and dream. And I invite you, as you're in this sacred space, to begin to do some quantum leaping forward. We'll do some time travel together. So I invite you from this space to begin to imagine that you're watching a movie of your life, but you're watching a movie of your life from the end of your life. I like to imagine it. I call it the century party as my 100th birthday party. I'm surrounded by family and friends and loved ones, maybe kids and grandkids and colleagues and friends and fans of my writings and all kinds of beautiful humans. And I'm celebrating the life that I lived. I'm celebrating my legacy. I'm celebrating my travels around the world. I'm celebrating beautiful adventures like floating in a hot air balloon above Cappadocia, Turkey, or climbing a mountain in the Himalayas, or sunning myself on a beautiful Caribbean beach. I'm seeing beautiful memories made with family and friends and those I love. I'm seeing the books I wrote that touched, moved, and inspired millions. And for you, just see whatever it is that you see or feel. You might experience it as sensation or color, as images or words. But what do you see when you look back on your lifetime, on your highest path of purpose, your highest destiny? What beautiful memories are unfolding for you? If you wish, you can pause this meditation and stay in this space for as long as you like, of really envisioning, looking backwards at your beautiful life. And whenever you feel ready, I invite you to do another quantum leap, another time travel. And I want you instead to be looking out at life from 10 years from now. So just project ahead to whatever 10 years is from this date. I happen to be recording this on October 2nd, 2024, so I would leap ahead to October 2nd, 2034. And just imagine you are telling a friend or a family member or a loved one, you're sharing with them all the beautiful things that have happened in this best decade yet in your life. What did you do? Where did you live? What did you see? Did you achieve big career dreams? Did you generate wealth to help you give back in the world? Did you give birth to a child or help take care of a beautiful grandchild or travel or achieve beautiful career achievements or personal achievements? Did you gain some mastery of a new language or take tango classes or travel to a bucket list destination? Just seeing some of the beautiful memories that arise from 10 years from now. And I like to call this, one of my spiritual teachers from India used to call it pre-membering. We're remembering the future before it happens, because when the seed of a dream is planted within us, it means we are the ones meant to achieve that beautiful dream. And if you'd like, you can pause the meditation now and continue to move closer backwards in time so that you are looking back at your life 1 year from now and seeing the beautiful memories you created, the beautiful accomplishments and achievements. If you want to really stay in this space, I invite you to pause the meditation now and spend as much time as you need just seeing these beautiful visions. And maybe writing them down, journaling about them once you feel complete. You can stay in this visioning and contemplative space for as long as you wish to stay in this space. But for the purpose of today's meditation, I'm going to bring it to a close at the 30-minute mark. We have been together for 30 minutes so that you can fit this practice within 30 minutes in your day or less if you wish. I have abbreviated versions of meditations too. Or you can pause the meditation and continue in the visualization exercises for as long as you wish to feel in that beautiful energy space. But if you feel complete with the meditation, and you can open your eyes and peek for a second if you need to here, I invite you to place your hands in prayer position in Namaste. So we have our palms pressed together, elbows out to the side, hands in front of the chest. And I invite you, close your eyes again, but I invite you to offer up any final prayers or intentions, whether to loved ones in your life, to angels, for healing of this planet Earth, for visualizing love and joy and healing for Mother Earth, for, in my case, I'll be visualizing Kamala Harris winning the 2024 election. I'm here doing this meditation in my Kamala Harris t-shirt and hat. After all, I'll be helping with it, the election, but just allow yourself to offer up any final prayers or intentions before we emerge out of the meditation. And maybe asking the universe to bring you the most benevolent outcome to help you to find the path that's has the most ease and flow with any goal that you plan to achieve, any desire you have in your life. May it be for the highest and best of all beings. May our energy in this meditation, our visions, our love be for the highest and best for all beings. Breathing into that now. If you wish, you can also take 1 minute just to place your hands over your heart, one palm on top of the other. We're really just gathering that energy of the meditation and light and love back into our own hearts, so our own hearts glow like the sun. You too deserve the love and compassion you so freely offer to others, and to paraphrase the Buddha. And then whenever you feel ready, I invite you to begin to rub your palms together. So you're going to take your palms and rub them together as if we were Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, Eagle Scouts, starting a fire in the forest. So we're rubbing two sticks together, faster, 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 rubbing your palms together, faster, faster, faster. You might begin to feel some energy or heat gather in your palms. And whenever you feel ready, you can take your palms and gently place them over your closed eyes. It's a little harder with a baseball cap on, but knowing that we see the world through the eyes of love today, run your hands down your body or over your hair if you wish, just to gather the energy of the meditation. And then I invite you, whenever you feel ready, to open your eyes. If you had any visions, any insights, any feelings, any spark arise in that meditation, I encourage you to take a journal now and write it down, or take your phone and record the insights with the voice text if you prefer, but in some way to capture the energy and the visions of the meditation. And if you continue to practice these types of meditations, you might find you're seeing recurring visions or kind of beautiful dreams that become clear you want to focus on in your life to work on manifesting them. You may see people in your life who are going to become more important to you. You may see people fading out of your life, like kind of floating down a river. On a raft, if I have a problem that I can't solve, sometimes I like to imagine, visualize putting it on a raft and letting it float down the river, letting the universe handle it. Sometimes I even let it like go over a waterfall. I'm just like, let the universe wash this away. This or something better is coming for all. And I just trust that it'll be resolved with the most benevolent outcome and highest and best for all. But these practices, if we can be consistent with our meditation practices, I think of it as like the gym for the mind. So we know that if we go to the gym regularly and we're lifting weights, right, and we continue to increase the resistance, we increase the weight, or we increase the repetitions, we make it just a little bit harder, and we continue to do that over and over and over, we're going to become stronger, right? We're going to have stronger bone density, better bone density. For women, that's super important, especially who are at risk of osteoporosis. So we're going to help care for our bodies and grow in strength. And if you can kind of take your mind to the gym every day, right? We just do some sort of meditative practice. You can listen into a guided meditation. You can tackle learning more shamatha or Vipassana style meditations. You could go on a meditation retreat. You can use free apps like Insight Timer or Calm. You can go on YouTube and look up meditations by favorite teachers. There's so many amazing meditation teachers out there. I've studied with Jack Kornfield, who is a famous Buddhist meditation teacher based in California. He helped start Spirit Rock, but studied in India for many, many years. And I had a meditation teacher who was a forest meditation monk in India, studied there for many years. Sharon Salzberg is a wonderful teacher, Tara Brach. Those are some of the Western teachers. There are so many incredible meditation teachers in the Buddhist traditions from India and from other parts of the world. So you can find teachers that you resonate with and listen into some of their meditations. I also like to listen to meditations before going to sleep. I like to start my mornings with meditations to help set my tones and intention for the day, and kind of get a vision, as a spiritual download of what I want to focus on that day. And sometimes this is where I get these new insights of how to solve a problem or launch a program or create a retreat, or I get insights, I get beautiful visions of what can happen next in my life. So it's really a magical practice, but have fun with it. Enjoy it. Like I said, you can kind of pause the meditation as you're listening to it if you want to spend more time in any of the visualization sequences, and then write things down after you're finished. But I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope it is a tool that's useful for you. I hope you enjoy it, because it's genuinely a big pleasure for me to share these tools of meditation and yoga that I've been actively practicing since about 2005. So almost 20 years now, studying with teachers from the US and India. I've studied many forms of meditation, many forms of yoga, some breath work. I just really want to continue to deepen in all of these practices for the body, soul, and spirit, because I believe they help us to be a more pure, divine vessel for spirit and love, so that we can show up in the world with love in every moment, so that we can dedicate ourselves to serving humanity on this planet and just make the biggest possible positive difference in this lifetime. So that is my intention. May all things align for the highest and best for all who are tuning into this, and may our connections be for the highest and best. I'm sending you love. I hope your day is full of miracles, magic, joy, wonder, and I will see you soon. Lots of love.